Hello and welcome to the 3-Minute Devotional. My name is Patty Adkison and I'm a middle school teacher by trade. So I've had a lot of practice exercising the fruit of the Spirit that I want to talk to you about today, and that is patience. A story struck me this week in my Bible time. It is Mark chapter 9, and it's the story about this father who's in desperate need of help for his son. So he brings him to Jesus' disciples, and the disciples are unable to help the man at the time. And so the man brings his son to Jesus in desperation. And you see in Jesus's voice that it gets a little agitated with his disciples. And it's really kind of surprising to me. This story has always surprised me that Jesus, you hear it in his voice and you see it in his actions that he's a little agitated with the disciples. But what's really cool about Jesus is he doesn't stay in that place. He does something pretty phenomenal with that agitation. And I want to share that with you today because it relates to patience. It's been said that patience is not just the ability to wait, but how you act while you're waiting. So it's not just the ability to not be frustrated while waiting, but it is really, what are you going to do with that frustration? How do you behave in it? And in this story, Jesus does something pretty phenomenal. He doesn't just sit and dwell in that agitation, but he directs it to 3 things that are very life-giving actions. The first is he turns his attention to encourage the father. He encourages them in his faith and he builds his faith up. The second is he gives and brings life to the boy. He brings life to the situation. He prays over the boy and brings life to the situation. The third is he then turns and strengthens his disciples. He models how to give life, and he brings them into a place of maturity for the next really tough season that they're going to be going into. And what we see is that the Spirit of God is always life-giving. It's just who he is. He can't change who he is. So while you are waiting, and if you want to know if you have the Spirit of God, it's going to manifest itself or show itself in how you behave and how you treat others while you are waiting. And this week I had a personal experience of waiting, as we all often do, especially in this time of being in quarantine. But I had to upgrade my bandwidth so that the 3 people working in my house could have and stay connected to the internet. I'm teaching online and my husband's coaching online and my son is going to school online. So we had to put on hold, I was put on hold while we were trying to do this, get a new modem and router and bandwidth upgrade. And this message kept playing over and over saying, expect longer wait times. And I think we're in that place where we need to expect longer wait times in this season. And what it's doing is it's bringing maturity to our hearts, showing us and training us up in how to wait. So while you're waiting this week, I encourage you to pray and cry out to God's Spirit that it would help you to sow encouragement to those around you, to be life-giving and prayerful with others, and to strengthen others and model maturity. Model how it is that the Spirit of God works in your life. I hope you were encouraged, be filled with patience today, and be a blessing this week. Love you.